please remain standing for a moment of silence of our sick, handicapped, military personnel recently departed of our community. Thank you. Roll call.
Mr. Verducci. Here. Mr. Verducci.
Cover like, did I hit this? I guess logic would be twice, yeah. I'm here.
Mr. Maloney. Here. Mr. Ferry. Here. Mr. Franchek. Here. Mr. Henderson. Here. Mr. Saracen. Here. Mayor Copeland. Here. Solicitor McDermott. Here. Engineer Brett.
Here.
Chief Gate.
Here.
Bridgeville Fire Department. And Chief Miller.
Here.
Up.
Bob Walker. All right, any public comment? No public comment. Okay. All right, to the business at hand, the motion to approve the June 10th, 2024 regular meeting minutes as submitted. Any comments or questions? Can I have a motion? Bruce?
Second.
Justine? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion to approve the July 2024 bill list. Bruce?
Second.
Jason, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to approve the July 12th, 19th, 26th, August 2nd, and August 9th, 2024 payrolls.
So moved.
Bruce?
Second.
Shane? Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to appoint the law firm Campbell Durant PC as special legal counsel for the borough's police pension plan and non-uniformed employees pension plan. So moved. Bruce?
Second.
Bill? Any questions?
I do have a question.
Sure.
How did we, were these people the only group that bid on this? Or were they,
Yeah, and I can speak to that. They were the only one that submitted an RFP. This arose all over Allegheny County, a larger, Randy Rhodes, who has been for probably 2 decades, 3 decades, maybe more, the preeminent municipal pension attorney around Allegheny, probably has 100-something clients. He retired in the last year, and folks, and Campbell Durant basically they do a lot of labor, as you know, dovetailed in what they do. Brian Gabriel actually is going to be the one person there who's well versed in pension plans. Long story short, they probably go up to appointments anymore to the new RFP respondent, you know, which they bring municipality. They're no question the success of, I guess, for most of the Randy Rhodes clients. And we did, by the way, we put out an Act 44, they call it, has special RFP requirements with regard to anybody who works for a pension, a public pension fund, including special notice requirements, vetting requirements, et cetera, postings, et cetera. Happen to be that, by and large, with one exception of my municipalities, they were the, and frankly, they are not premier influence market.
Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to authorize the borough solicitor to prepare and advertise an ordinance that would enact an engine brake retarder restriction on McLaughlin Run Road from the Bower Hill Road intersection to the Bridgeville Upper St. Clair Township border. Note, the Borough Council previously authorized a request to PennDOT for them to complete a study of this request, and their engineering and traffic study has determined that this area meets the criteria necessary to restrict the use of engine brake retarders.
So moved.
Bill?
I'll second.
Shane? Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to authorize the Borough Solicitor to prepare an ordinance that would create and establish a Bridgeville Borough Shade Tree Commission as recommended by the Bridgeville Planning Commission. Anybody have any comments?
The ordinance that was passed out to us, is that, what part of it is that?
There isn't anything. The way the planning commission did it was that they thought that a shade tree commission should be created here, basically following the 2 successful public tree planting programs we did.
Yes.
In order to keep getting Pittsburgh funding, they request that we put a shade tree commission together. So instead of the planning commission getting too down into the weeds with drafting an ordinance, they basically put a letter of recommendation together saying, hey, we think you should have a shade tree commission, and if you were gonna do it, these are the couple bullet points we think would be important. And hey, if you do consider it, here's a couple sample ordinances from other towns.
Okay, so what we got was some of the sample, because some of it, I mean, it got pretty in-depth.
Correct.
It goes from planting trees to judging people's trees and.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can see, that's not the intent there.
And I get what your planning commission is going for, and I'll obviously work with Joe and kick it back to them on what they want. It's not kind of what you think of, like, Mount Lebanon's and a lot of the boroughs that have these commissions where all the street trees and the rights of way are all borough control. That's not what you folks want to do here. And that's, we'll write something up with you, wish.
So are you looking that this will probably be, could be as simple as deciding where we would need new trees like we did at the
No,
last?
I think the idea was that, hey, if we do public trees, this commission would regulate them into the future to make sure that they're cared for.
What is cared for is it in that definition?
Such as determining that they get pruned, when they get removed, who would agree to plant trees in parks would be this group. That's what a shade tree commission would do.
Because in one segment, it had that you have to hire an artist to come out and prune the trees and everything else, and he has to be licensed by the.
It's all what we want it to be. And from the planning commission discussions for a couple months, it's all been, let's not get this too down in the road, keep it very simple. And they said, if you look, their letter even said Bethel Park had a very simple program. We would encourage you to, if you're gonna study an ordinance, study Bethel.
We have copies of couple of parks.
Like,
One of the issues, talking, to not get into the weeds. So in Heidelberg, they tried to do a trade tree commission, and Mayor Lasota was unsuccessful because of exactly what you're saying. They had an ordinance that went into all the detail, and got into the weeds of what it should be. And he recommended to us, he said, if you're gonna do one, just keep it as bare bones, as simple as possible. So to Joe's point, this isn't something where we want, somebody to go around and that tree has to go, or this tree has to go. It's more so we can get more funding or free trees from organizations like Tree Pittsburgh.
Okay, that's what I thought it was supposed to be
Yeah.
for. But when I read the one ordinance.
When we looked at those,
Some of them are the old.
yeah, we looked at some of the ordinances, and it was like, oh, this one here, and then you look at this one, well, this is the exact, they literally cut and paste word for word. It's like, so they're doing the same thing. So it's an a la carte type ordinance. We can pick what you like. I don't like that, and get it out there.
I also think that what we wanted to do as planning with this is to protect the trees that are already in the park. All right, and on the other areas, so then arbitrarily, Public Works or somebody can go in and say, okay, this tree's in my way, and let's cut it down. So we're just trying to protect what's already there and keep those surviving.
So if someone would die, let's say a couple of trees, so they would actually give us some more trees to plant, different siege trees,
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to apply for them, okay, but they've given out, I forget how many trees, thousands of trees this year.
They give a lot of,
And
it's
they'll
not our
have
trees
more.
for them.
Then you have to have a commission of 5 that has, we have a tough enough time filling it.
We can have it, that's arbitrary too. We can make it 3.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
to
that's-
find
It'll
people
be
that
like
wants
tree
to.
commission light, and I'll talk to you guys.
So all we're approving for is for you to draft an ordinance for us to look at. Well, for planning commission to look at and then us look
Then bring it back to us.
at. Yes.
Bruce Smith, whatever.
Yes.
You can pencil me in on it.
What's that?
You can pencil me in.
Yeah, trying to stay out of the weeds with all this. And I had a question maybe for later, but is the tree walking trail proposal still on board, Donna McLaughlin? Part of this?
The meadow,
The
The
meadow?
meadow?
Yeah, that's,
joking up there.
that's going.
We can talk at length. Recently, we've been hauling dirt out there to the tune of 3 weeks every day, 8 hours a day, 2 crews, just to get back to the flood level it was when it was designed. I understand. So I don't, we don't need to rethink the tree thing there. When we get into more numbers, but basically, my numbers show 2,000 cubic yards of dirt were removed from there. And if you do that per gallon, that's 400,000 gallons. And your engineers can check me somewhat on this, but of space that water could have gone. You need to rethink the maintenance program for that area, because you put trees there, you're not gonna be able to maintain just,
We're not putting trees.
We're not putting trees there.
No.
okay, the meadow.
Right.
Yeah,
You're putting 5 trees in, I think. on
around the perimeter,
at
there's a
the
couple
edge
trees
of
around the
creek.
perimeter.
But if you look at the footprint of the cleanup for the past 3 weeks, that's 1/3 of the area down there. That accumulated the 2,000 cubic yards of dirt. Public Works has taken out of there in the past 3 weeks, every day. 8 hours a day, 2 trucks.
And that's, correct me if I'm wrong, that's the prep for when they come this fall.
A little bit of that.
Yeah.
Correct. That's the most,
It's maintaining the area.
that's the most maintenance we've ever done on it in 4 years.
Right.
We didn't do anything last year to clear it off.
That's a lot of,
But 2 years ago, we did a little bit of haul, but this put it back to its design 4 years ago.
And what happens if that sediment fills back up? You just dig a meadow out that's been planted in there?
And Walt's right, it's been about 1/3 of it. And it's the footprint that always gets flooded. The whole thing, it's rare that the whole field takes on water. That, the bottom third is what we see taking water on a couple times a year. And that's what took on.
But that's the design, so the water's not going in people's basements.
Correct. And the first thing we're out is once or twice every couple years is some wildflower seed.
Right, for $59 for
Yeah.
like 5 pounds of
That's what it
seeds.
is.
not against the idea and the concept of what was done there. It's just going forward, in 4 years or 3 years, this has been in place. That every 3 years, we're gonna take out 2,000 cubic yards and put it where, at what cost? And the meadow's gonna be overrun. It's been stones and rocks for 1.5 years, 2 years. That's another thing.
It's on.
We can
Yeah,
talk
There
about
it
it.
is. Yeah, there's nothing to argue.
Right.
We're just maintaining them.
All right, back to the Shade Tree Commission. Any more comments? Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Bill?
I'll second.
Justine? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to authorize the borough manager to apply for a Pennsylvania Municipal Assistance Program grant that would fund half of the professional service costs for the creation of a downtown zoning district as recommended by Bridgeville Planning Commission.
I have a comment.
Sure, go ahead.
You know, be able to go and have planning commission, you know, for the downtown zoning district. If you look at both sides of Collier and Southampton, they're flourishing. And Bridgeville's only 1.1 square miles, so not only do we have the main artery through town, but we also have, you know, arteries coming through out to have more businesses. crossing, see what we do right now, and if they're gonna come through and give us some recommendations, maybe we can take some of the things from them and make things more lax or about that, well, new businesses come in without such a hard, I mean, 'cause right now we have, you know, Joe, the zoning officer, we have, you know, we have building permits, so that we have everything, we have a lot of things in place right now for people to do. You know, to get something done in time. I just don't wanna see it being restrictive if someone decides to do something. And I know we're heading towards the north end of town, but that's the only thing that's available to us right now. And I wanna be able to look at it, but I mean, I wanna be able to take whatever they give us from this grant, and if what the professional opinion is, to take a look at it and say, hey, how can we make this better, or can we make things, you know, simplified?
Well, I would assume that's part of what they're doing,
I just don't have to
going through and looking at the different districts and giving us recommendations of,
Yeah, and then
getting
it's
it up
basically just
to-
a recommendation, so they can actually go back and take a look and say, hey, you know, this works great, this doesn't work great, we can't have this because of X, Y, and Z. And I just want to have, so that we're, when we do make this motion to do this, that people understand we're not limiting what the business can do, we're just taking a look at it and see what we can make the business district more flourished forward. That's
I
what
mean,
we
having the professional services in, they're giving us suggestions on what to do, is that correct?
Plus, there's gonna be multiple public forums.
Right.
Right. This isn't making the
No,
ordinance.
this is just applying for the grant to be able to then go
To bring them on
and have
board to
those
do-
discussions to then coordinate those things.
We have an overall price, I seen
20 grand.
I seen 17,000 somewhere along, I'm just,
That's right.
so
So I should run-
basically half the total.
Yes.
Any other questions or comments? Can I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Jason?
Second.
Bruce? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, the next one is a motion to reject all bids under contract A, and a motion to accept the lowest responsible bid received from Jet Jack Inc. in the amount of $167,800 for the Center Street Sanitary and Sewer Improvements Project, subject to the contractor obtaining the required insurance certificates, performance bond, payment bond, and review and approval of same by the borough solicitor prior to execution of the agreement by the borough. Bruce? Jason, any questions or comments?
How many, did we get multiple bids or?
Yeah, I passed this out.
Oh, is that what we just, okay.
Yeah, we had the bid opening after agendas got put out.
Okay, that's, okay.
And it was bid two different ways of design for that project. And contract B was pretty much our intention the entire time.
But did the project did come up, what amount it did?
Lowest bid was 212. It was jet check for both.
Okay.
And then I passed out at the beginning of the.
Yeah, that's, I didn't get a chance to, but.
Like, just to summarize, contract A, contract B, we're dealing with 7, 8 houses beginning at Center Street on the left side. Imagine a manhole in the middle. Contract A was putting a new public sewer down from Luna down to the last house. That was contract A. Contract B was essentially, hey, the first 2 houses that are the problem, they'll tie into the existing main, and then we'll just create a new sewer from the existing manhole down to the last house. And that's.
It's just what's scope.
Yeah.
Jet Texas is a problem, you know, we wouldn't see if we did the whole line. How much would it be? Because it would have been like $10,000.
Yeah, to do a whole new line, I got you. So A was the bill.
And we had 5 requests and 4, so we had a good response.
And then the last thing that worked out very good for us is the water company is up there right now putting new mains, water lines in for that block. And they're gonna restore the street after our sewer repair. So it worked out to our advantage. They did, yes.
The paving was superior to what was there, not better.
And it worked, that was one of the classic, according to utilities, worked out great. We paved the bottom of Laurel Street last year, and then this year, they replaced the water line from Spruce up on Laurel. So Laurel turned out to be 100% done without somebody having to pay half. So it's one of those ones that actually worked out.
Okay. All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. I thought I did. Who were they?
It was a Bruce and Jason.
I just wanted to get,
You're throwing me off there. A motion to accept and pay any commission due, June 2024 real estate tax collector report. Bruce? Shane? Any comments? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to acknowledge receipt of the June 2024 treasurer's report.
So moved.
Bruce?
Second.
Jason? Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to accept all submitted 2024 official reports.
So moved.
Bill?
Second.
And Justine? Any questions or comments? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. I need to add a motion to amend the agenda to add an additional item to be paid. Can I have a motion? Bruce? Jason? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. It's a motion to accept payment for the contract number 24R01 for the 2024 roadway improvement program, partial payment number 1 of $61,282.27. Prior to issuing the payment, I'm sorry. Oh, that's it. Bruce? Can I have a second? Second, Shane? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, committee reports. Bruce? I'll tell you what. Okay, finance. Finance, we will be having a finance committee meeting on the close of second quarter to review the budget, to just go over some of the different items to show the budget is on track. And other than that, we do not have anything else. I do not have anything else to report. Any questions for finance? Parks and Rec. Shane.
Just real quick, Westmoreland Electric, Joe, who came out and fixed the lights out in the park, so thanks for that. Joe and I are still working on some grants for new lighting down at that park. And as we said, the road on the way out was repaired last Friday, so thanks for that too. The washout from the flood in the spring has been repaired. They'll seal it, as Joe said, when we're all done paving.
What was the final bid on the estimate?
Just material only. Yeah, I got a little
I don't
tired.
think I saw that number.
That was both fields.
Yeah.
What was the 250?
I heard Chestnut Street residents are raising money for it next year. So. No, hey, it's a long time coming. I think those polls might be.
50-50 raffle with the block party.
There you go, block party.
Yeah, we're gonna have to plan something down the road. Joe and I and Justine and Jason, I'll talk to you afterwards. So that's all I had to report. And not to steal Public Works' thunder, but it was nice having the walking trail cut back. A couple people have been jogging the 0.6 miles, so that was a nice touch. Thank you.
Any other questions for Parks? Public Works, Jason.
I got a few things to report. I mean, Shane was the first one to talk about, but I did it every month, I'm sorry. He did it last month, but I'm gonna get Parks next time. I'm gonna get Parks.
We're gonna switch.
Yeah. Grass cutting, keeping the athletic fields, public properties, right of ways, all of them. Flood mitigation, they've been pulling all kind of debris, and fortunately enough, we have a place to put it, so it's been working out quite well. Park maintenance, line paint and park lots have been completed, equipment maintenance, they repaired some signs, faded stop signs, and added some speed limit signs.
Jason? Public safety, Bill?
Nothing to add, Joe.
No report. Shore West COG, Jason?
We had a couple of speakers at the COG. Pat Katina, who's the head of the county council, came and spoke, the president of the county council. One of the big things he talked about is the county is looking to implement a new assessment system. I'm using his quotes. He said he expects it to be a painful process, but it's going to be layered in 3 to 5 years by the county. They expect that about a third of the homeowners will have their taxes increased, about a third of the homeowners will stay the same, and about a third of the homeowners will be decreased. And he expects probably a couple 100,000 appeals to it. So look for more information on that down the road. He also mentioned that the shooting center is going to be, they're looking to reopen that. The COG fire chiefs are looking to put together a national training for the fire departments. I don't know if our fire department has gotten anything, but as I get it, so I can pass it on to you guys. They're looking to do a training in the fall with everybody. The county is putting together a new 911 call center. We'll also have a brand new dispatch system. The call center, I believe, is from the 90s, so all that's being updated. We had 2 recognitions from the COG. One was for Joe Colosimoga, this to you after for your perfect attendance. You kept the standards very high for us. And the borough, for 9 years of having perfect attendance, I think there's only 3 communities in the area that had anything near that. So a lot of that probably is due to you, Joe. So I'll certainly try to
Can
continue.
you get a star?
Yes. I'll try to live up to those standards.
No pressure, Jason.
Lots of pressure.
Any questions for Jason? Mayor Copeland?
On June 14th, I was the speaker for the Knights of Columbus's Flag Day observance at Corpus Christi Parish. And on June 29th, we swore in our new police officer, Tyler Evans. He just returned from his honeymoon on the 28th and started his first shift here the 29th, 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. We welcome him to our community and congratulated him on his marriage. I have an invitation from St. Clair Hospital. They are observing their 70th anniversary on July 19th, 7 p.m. at the St. Clair Country Club. I won't be able to attend because I'll be in Johnstown for the mayor's conference. The ticket's $225 in the event that someone else here would like to attend, but I do intend to get with our borough manager, and we will send a congratulatory message to them.
Any questions for the mayor? Chief King?
Thank you, Council President. You've been provided with the standard monthly report. If there's any questions, I can provide answers. Aside from that, we're preparing for the late August. We have the Shop with the Cop, where we take kids shopping for back-to-school clothes. Every year, it's covered through a grant from Macy's, where they provide $250 for a child to get some back-to-school clothes. The nice thing about this year is that earlier in the year, we had a pretty nice generous donation from the South Hills Women's Club that they want me to use to be able to clothe children that are in need. So I'm going to be reaching out to some bus drivers in the district. If there's anybody in attendance tonight that knows some families that can use some help for getting back-to-school clothes for their children, please let me know, because we can probably take 3 kids shopping this year and be able to substantially upgrade the $250 that Macy's provides with the donation that we received to be able to provide clothing for the kids. So if anybody knows anybody, feel free to reach out to me. I'd appreciate that.
Wonderful.
And you are accepting donations, correct?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just, you're given it, you also asked for.
Yeah, the South Hills Women's Group was familiar with us doing this, and they wrote a nice check a few months back to be
Any other questions for Chief? Solicitor McDermott?
Likewise, I'm happy to address any questions you have about my review.
Borough Engineer?
We did submit a report dated July 3rd, nothing additional to that report.
Okay. Any questions for the engineer? Assistant Fire Chief Law?
The only thing I have this month is we responded to 37 calls last month for a total of 230, now 3 calls for the year. And we have about less than 350 motorcycle tickets left. If anybody needs them, we'll be doing that soon. That's all I've got.
Okay. Anything for the fire chief? Southbridge, Dan?
Nothing to report.
Okay. Did Mary pass on anything, Mayor, for the Historical Society?
Bridgewood Historical Society is very happy that we have Layla Asbury as our intern for the summer. She's definitely been a great asset in helping them get the archiving done and doing a lot of email answers to residents for us. So we're very happy to have her. We also have a child's quilt, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, with the book included, donated by Nancy Stanson Budzinski. We're raffling it off Friday, December 20th. The tickets are $5, 4 numbers per ticket based on the lottery. Thank you.
Thank you. Bridgeville Library, Aaron?
We have there in the report just a few programs to highlight. Next week, we'll be having our Science in the Summer program with the Carnegie Science Center. There's 2 sessions, one's for grades 2 and 3, and another for grades 4 through 5th. It's Monday through Thursday, and there are still spots available. And then that's on the 15th. Also on the 15th, we'll have a local author come and speak, Eileen Enright Hodges. She writes historical fiction, and she'll be speaking at 6 o'clock. And then on Saturday, the 27th, we are having a night hike at Settlers Cabin Park, and that will be at 9 o'clock.
Any questions?
Have you heard any comments about the library walk down in Chartiers?
Like we do story time at the park. I know they really love that.
Okay.
Because we go along and then they like go and they like to cluster around posts, and like they all try to gather and see each frame. And then we like stand back so everyone can see. So people really love it.
I hear it a lot just
Yeah.
from my wife, that they like when they change the bulk and things like that. So, I think it's a great addition done at that point. Any questions for the library?
Here, the night for the oldies movie, is that still going on, or the movies?
Oh, yeah, the kids request that they be bumped.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing it once a month in the summer, and it'll run through September.
Okay.
The next one is not this week, but the following week.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Deb, Parking Authority.
We have our meeting next Monday night at 7 p.m. here in the council chambers. Additional hour signage has been hung in lot number 2 and on Hickman Street. We also have additional maintenance in lot 1, ceiling and line painting. We're going to discuss that at the July meeting. Lot number 1, lighting update, because several people have questioned that, saying there are no lights, it's dark, but whatever. 2 new LED luminaires have arrived and are pending installation. That makes 6 lights that have been upgraded once this install is complete, and 2 lights remain. So we total 8 brand new lights in that lot number 1, which we all know is the PNC lot. Those numbers always confuse me. The board has approved the acquisition, and installation of 4 LED wall mount lots for lot 5, which we know is the Norwood lot, but we have to get the approval from the building owner, because that lot is dark. We have nowhere to put the lights, so it has to go on their building. We will have shades, so they're not glaring at everybody. The other thing is the repair of the ADA warning pad, that little yellow pimple thing. On lot 4, which is the Railroad Street lot, sidewalk is now complete. Any questions?
Any questions for Debbie? Thank you, Debbie. Planning Commission, Dale.
We've been busy with things. Obviously, you guys have acted on a couple of our suggestions tonight with the shade tree and the downtown zoning district consultant. We're continuing to work with ideas for repurposing some of the Baldwin lots that have been purchased by the borough. And we're continuing to work with look at the active transportation plans and look at some of those projects and see what we can come up with for ideas. And continuing to look at the comp plan and try to move that forward, some of those projects.
Any questions for Dale? Thanks, Dale. Borough Manager Joe Cocker.
A couple things for the month, the electronic recycling event that we had back on June 29th was well participated with. We have another household hazardous waste collection event, this one, there's fees charged. That's Wednesday, July 24th, 9 o'clock at the fire station. The 2024 road program is underway, nearing completion. They started putting down top road asphalt today, so hopefully that'll be done by the end of the week, weather permitting. Sewer lining is underway throughout the town. It's spread out throughout the entire borough. We had our first call for people smelling the fumes in the house they in front of them that there to address the issue. But if you do have that problem, you're going to take the call, but essentially it's just run some toilets, fill up your basement sewer traps, and open your windows. It's not harmful, but it just has a paint smell. That's pretty much all I have for the month. If there's any questions?
Anything for Joe? Any new business? I just wanted to give an update. Almost a year ago, everybody volunteered me to be part of this new group, the Route 50 Corridor, which is the Carnegie, Heidelberg, Scott, Collier, and Bridgeville municipalities all getting together. We do it on a quarterly basis. We had our third meeting in June. It was an interesting, just what are you doing and what are we doing, but we also had a good discussion on how the 5 municipalities could work together. This would include trying to work on items throughout Route 50, like some of the sidewalks. Could we have sidewalks all the way from Carnegie to Bridgeville? Possible improvements. Obviously, one of the things that we always want to talk about is with Collier Township in regards to our north end, and is there a way to improve that merging from Home Depot or the Chamber Building through under the underpass. And a lot of other good conversations happened as far as machines and things. What are you doing for this? So it was a good meeting. It was good. It sparks conversation between the municipalities and comparing notes. Scott Township brought up they're going through some issues on flooding down, I'm trying to remember the area. I can't remember the area. Did you say, Mike?
Glendale, like Carruthers?
Yeah, I think that is where it's at. But it was, oh yeah, it was Washington Avenue, yeah. Just right there on the intersection. But there was a lot of good conversation. Really nothing to report as far as items to even talk about, but there's been really good conversation and trying to come up with some ideas to be able to provide to each of the municipalities' councils to make any type of recommendations or hey, let's look at this and do it. So nothing really important or big to talk about, but I'll continue to go. Anyone's welcome to attend with me if they'd like. The next meeting I think is in October. Joe has come a few times, Bill has come a couple times, but if you're interested, just let me know. Happy to
You sent a memo out and email.
Sure.
October.
No, I'd be happy to. No, that's fine. Yeah,
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I was on the
can't remember it, so I'll look at it. Yes.
I just wanted to comment to the public workers and Joe Cower and Cheryl, Loark and Valentino, and Chief King, and everyone that participated on Day on the Avenue. That's my favorite day of the year here. I think we had one storm drain backup. Chief King got right on, that was awesome. Kicked in the door. That was cool. And then the Public Works helped fix a little electrical lighting issue. And just a great day. So thanks for all the commitment. And I don't know.
I was shocked you didn't thank the fire department for filling your nice cold water tank.
It's under progress. We're reviewing the tapes. Someone spent 5 more minutes in the dunk tank. There it would be.
I make
All
a
right.
motion to adjourn.
Can I have a second?
Second.